Hello, my name is Kestutis and today we will see how you can sort out error too many redirects on WordPress. Let's begin by understanding what is happening behind the scenes when you encounter this error message. To do so, we must first understand what a redirect is. A redirect happens when one web address that you are trying to reach tells your browser to go to another location. It's actually super useful if your website's content has been moved and now has a new address. A redirect forwards your website's visitors to the new location instead of them encountering a 404 page not found error whenever they enter the old address. In some cases, the redirect can get misconfigured, where page A directs your browser to page B, which then sends your browser back to page A. This causes your browser to enter a loop. Now your browser notices that something is wrong and shows you the error too many redirects message. This error is not exclusive to websites that are built on WordPress, though if your website is, there are quite a few solution steps that we can take. So let's get right to it. The first and one of the easiest solutions that I recommend is trying to clear your browser's data. Sometimes your browser stores corrupted cookies and outdated cache, which can cause the too many redirects error to appear. To clear your browser's data on Chrome, we start by clicking the three dots in your browser's upper right corner. There we click Settings and open the Security and Privacy tab. Here, simply click on Clear Browsing Data and make sure that cookies and other site data, as well as cached images and files boxes are marked. Proceed with clearing the data and check your website now. Don't worry if this has not resolved your issue, as there are still a few steps that we can try. Next up is checking your website's URL configuration. In some cases, the too many redirects error can prevent you from accessing your WordPress admin area. To fix that, we need to access the WordPress configuration files directly. You can do this with the help of an FTP client or with a file manager. When using the file manager that is built into Hostinger's hpanel, getting to your public_HTML folder only takes a few clicks. Here we are able to find the wp-config.php file. In it, you should add these lines. Make sure to update them with your own website's name. Once that's done, save your changes and check to see whether this has resolved your issue. If the too many redirects error appeared after you migrated your WordPress website to another domain, you should also edit your website's URL configuration from your WordPress database. In your wp-config file, you are able to see which database your WordPress website is connected to. Take note of the name as well as other credentials, as they will be relevant moving forward. The next step now is to navigate to your database php-myadmin configuration tool. From there, we can access the SQL query section, and in it you can run this really handy query. Feel free to copy it straight from the description below. If the too many redirects error is not preventing you from accessing your WordPress admin dashboard, you are also able to update the website's URL there. You can do so by navigating to the Settings tab, selecting General, and then making sure that your WordPress address and site address both match your domain name. Another thing that you can do to resolve this error is clearing your WordPress cache. There are cases where the corrupted data gets stored in your WordPress cache and not your browser. Now, depending on what plugin you are using for managing your WordPress cache, clearing it might look a bit different. If your WordPress was installed on Hostinger, there's a high chance that you're using Lightspeed Cache. Mouse over it in your WordPress administrator dashboard and click on Toolbox. From there, simply click on Purge All and that's it. If you're still experiencing the too many redirects error, it might be that one of your plugins is misconfigured. A good way to check if that is the case is by temporarily disabling all of your plugins. This is not at all difficult to do, so follow along. We began by navigating to your WordPress installation directory. You can use a file manager or an FTP client for this. Once there, let's open the wp-content folder. In it, you will see a directory called Plugins. Now, to disable all of your plugins at once, simply rename the plugins folder to something else. For example, you could name yours plugins_disabled. If this resolves your too many redirects issue, then the culprit is one or more of your plugins. To re-enable your plugins, simply rename your plugins folder to what it was named originally. To find the error-causing plugin, you can repeat the renaming process to each individual plugin folder. This way you can disable them one by one. Error too many redirects can also be caused by a misconfigured htaccess file. You are able to find it in your WordPress installation directory. To troubleshoot if the htaccess file misconfiguration is responsible for the error, you can disable it temporarily by renaming it. If it turns out that it was causing the issue to appear, you can resolve it by creating a new htaccess file. You can find the default lines of code that the htaccess file should have in the description. The last step of troubleshooting error too many redirects that we will be going over in this video is temporarily disabling your CDN. CDN services such as Cloudflare can implement certain redirection rules related to your SSL certificate. This can sometimes cause redirection conflicts that lead to the too many redirects error. The best way to test whether that is the actual issue that is causing the error to appear is to temporarily disable your CDN. To do so on Cloudflare, select the domain which you are having issues with, scroll a bit down, and in the Advanced Actions section, choose the option to pause Cloudflare on site. Once that is done, it is highly recommended to clear your browser's cache once again before checking your website. If the error was resolved, you can re-enable your CDN. For it to work correctly, the SSL/TLS encryption setting should be set to either full or full strict. And that concludes the troubleshooting process for error too many redirects. I really hope that this video helped you sort the issue out. If it did, you can let me know by leaving a like and even commenting which step you found the most helpful. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more error solution videos. Until next time, I wish you best of luck in your online journey.